So listen to this. School district reinstates notoriously raunchy book saying genderqueer comic is scientifically based. So Fairfax County Public Schools has reinstated the books Genderqueer and Lawn Boy after they were temporarily pulled because their contents depicted gay sex are so graphic that when a mother read them at a school board meeting, she was cut off and school board members fled the dais. Which is a legitimately hilarious video. It's, if you want to look it up on the Daily Wire, you have to go into their archives a little bit. It's back from the end of September. Now, I'm going to warn you, I am not going to censor what she read. I'm going to read the quotes as written. This is the reality we have to deal with, and I'm not going to shy away from it. And if you get mad at me for reading it, well, just think, this is what, liberals want your kids to read in school from ages 13 to, or even younger, to 18. So, all right, here we go. I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life, and then I want you inside me. Parent Stacy Langton read from Genderqueer at a school board meeting on September 23rd. And I wish it ended there. I really wish it ended there. This is what you heard Marcus talking about, how it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, this is why I said you were brave for reading it. This is it.
Yeah, it gets worse. No, you can't shy away from it. You cannot shy away from it. All right, going on. What if I told you I touched another guy's dick? What if I told you I sucked it? I was 10 years old. Yes, you heard me right. But it's true. I sucked Doug Goebel's dick, the real estate guy, and he sucked mine too, she read from Lawn Boy. Oh, 10 years old. Marcus, I have a little bit of a thing here, so if you want to go ahead and get your thoughts in.
Okay. What in the world is Lawn Boy doing? Sorry,
it's so bad. It physically hurts me to say this out into the public because I don't want to put this in people's brains, but this is what they want to put in your kids' brains. So we can't shy away from it. We have to talk about it. We have to let them know what's going on. They're trying to put this into Orlando, I saw, or Tampa, just from a quick Google search. Like, it's in Illinois and Texas. It's all across the country. And this is what they want your middle schoolers and high schoolers reading when they go to school and what they can check out from the library.
See, what got me is that in the notes that you prepare for us every week, you censored out the words. So whenever you said I'm not going to censor it,
no. Daily Wire censored those. Daily Wire censored those. I copied and pasted directly from their article. But we can't hide from this. I mean, this is how we have to talk about it. We can't be squeamish about it.
We're here to get canceled.
Good luck. They can try to. So 10 years old. I wish that this was a new initiative by perverts and delinquents on the left. The sexualization of kids. But they've been trying to push, sex ed into elementary schools. But it's even worse. It gets worse. I've known about the North American Man-Boy Love Association for years now. And they aren't the only ones. Those guys are as bad as their name sounds. They are exactly what they sound like their name would be for. That is what they are for. It's disgusting. But they aren't the only ones. On Bing, if you search pedophilia, it doesn't say it's perversion of all the things good in this world, it should. It calls it a medical condition. A medical condition. Marcus, a medical condition. As if someone gets it the same way you get the cold, MS, or Down syndrome. No.
Yes.
No.
Because there's tama pedophilia. Yes.
This, honestly,
there's a medicine you can take for this.
No, it's not. I would say it is a mental illness, but it's not something that you just genetically suffer from.
Do you think there is people that it can be mental illness for, but I don't think it's just a sickness. People are just sick sometimes.
People are sick, but I mean, it's like anything sexually related. Except for rare circumstances, you choose to engage in it, and that these people choose to do it. I'm not. No. There's a lot of hills I'm not going to back down from, and this is one of them as well. Anyways, this is a push from the left to turn kids into sexual objects, which they've been trying to do for years. They want to break down the identity of the kids to more easily build them up in the image they want for this country, which is a very scary, terrifying, and other, redundant words. It is. It's scary. It's objectively horrifying what they want to do. Brave New World was meant to be a warning, not a guidebook. You ever read Brave New World?
No.
So in it, it talks about kids 8 years old going off into the woods with each other for explicitly the purpose that we're talking about here. It's awful. It's hard to read, honestly. It's back to the story. These books were pulled from the shelves pending a review by a committee, but on Tuesday, FCPS said that the books were back in libraries as part of its reaffirming its commitment to supporting diversity in literature. I guarantee you there's enough diversity in literature to not have these two books in school libraries. But yes, like you were saying, let's ban Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, let's get rid of To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, let's get rid of To Kill. Let's get rid of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Like, what? You want this in?
I don't get you to defend this for diversity reasons, but you don't want to have To Kill a Mockingbird because that has to do with actual
history.
In the past.
Something. Can you speak up just a little bit, buddy?
Yeah, I just don't get how you want to put this in there for diversity, but you want to go ahead and get rid of something that actually tries to bring up a legitimate problem of the past and how bad it was, how we've changed.
Yeah.
But you want to have this crap.
Honestly, they want to kill it because it shows how far America has become, or has come from that. I mean, yes, we've had our problems, but we're still the greatest country in the world, and it's because we move on, and and in a lot of ways we fix our issues. And that shows just how far we've come.
If there's no racism in this country, there's no basis for the liberals to run on. That's their peg to stand on for elections is ending racism. But they keep it alive,
contrived or not. Just have to, yeah. I mean, there's millions of books that they can use, and I'm sure that plenty of them comment on social justice, the LGBT agenda, or whatever you want, without going into graphic language or comic pornography. Not that social justice or LGBT nonsense should be taught in our schools past this is what it is, this is what they believe, make your own decision. Honestly, that's should be the end-all, be-all reaction to all of this. This is what it is, this is what they believe, make your own decision. Would you agree, or is that too far? You there, Marcus?
Yeah, I believe that's what the facts are, and I believe that it's better than pushing it down the throats like the video we saw. What was it last week with the boy being forced
to wear a dress and makeup and forced to call himself a girl? That video still
had the truth about his age.
Yeah, that video still gives me shivers.
So I mean.
It's bad.
It's almost not even a choice anymore, and that's where it's the problem. It is supposed to be about fighting for a choice and your freedom to have that choice. But here you are trying to push somebody else not having a choice, what you were trying to fight for. You're now trying to fight against, in a sense, but opposite.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible, dude. I mean, we have to be living in the end times at this point, right? We have to be. How can it get worse?
I wouldn't say that because as soon as you do,
true, if something happens. So it said the committee concluded that genderqueer is a well-written, scientifically based narrative of one person's journey with gender identity that contains information and perspective that is not widely represented. Even though apparently a new study comes out saying that like 40% of Gen Zers are LGBT. I don't know if I believe that. Like, probably most of that's for attention, but yeah. This depiction includes the difficulties non-binary and asexual individuals may face. The book neither depicts nor describes pedophilia, it said, even though the book pictures a man with an erect penis touching the penis of a boy. So,
But it has a picture.
yes. So in this article, it has. Hold on. It has a picture of it. Mercifully, they censored the worst part of it. But it is just as bad as it's described. If you want to look it up, you'll have to go to the Daily Wire. It's one of the free stories they put out. Just look up genderqueer. You know, the headline of the article I read is the headline of this is where you'll find it. But yes, they have a picture of it. It's horrifying. Pornography does not belong in schools. I will repeat that over and over and over. Let's see. Genderqueer is a comic book, and it is unclear what is scientifically based about it. The Daily Wire read and reviewed the book, reporting that it shows a non-binary teenager and young adult who says her sexual and fantasies involve two male partners, and whose sister tells her to taste herself, leading her to put what she calls vagina slime on her finger. In her journey of self-discovery, Mia visits Mia's the name of the person that this follows, visits the headquarters of a porn company that produces films called Public Disgrace, Bound in Public, and Hardcore Gangbangs. As a young adult, Mia wears boys' cartoon underwear and wants high fantasy gay wizard prince look of my dreams. Do you have any idea what that means?
No.
Me neither. After dating a sex shop owner for 2 months, Mia's partner says, "I got a new strap-on harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly." When the partner attaches the sex toy and performs oral sex on it, Mia complains that I can't feel anything. Also, they put a picture of this in there, so that's great. Let's see. Mia gets a job as a librarian and starts teaching classes to girls between the ages of 11 and 14. She says, "I wonder if any of these kids are trans or non-binary, but don't have words for it yet, like made up." The author says, how would I help support a young person who came to me with the same feelings I have about gender? She goes on to say, if the kid hasn't hit puberty yet, I'd say try hormone blockers. So it gets worse and worse. I mean, if this is what they put in their article, I don't even want to know what they didn't put in. But yes, let's put hormone blockers so they can transition later. Got it, guys. You know, I've given this statistic out many times, but you know, right at 50% for kids if they transition. So just, how about this? Instead of pushing a gender transition plan on them, why don't we become Batman villains? Get a coin, flip it in the air, and if it lands on heads, we'll just shoot them in the head ourselves. How's that? Then we won't have to go through the years of hormone treatments and the years and years of hating yourself and wishing you could go back. And I mean, does that sound easier to you, Marcus?
I mean, maybe Harvey Dent wasn't so crazy after all.
Harvey Dent's crazy, dude. Don't be trying to 50% your way out of this. Harvey Dent's crazy. Oh,
that's fair enough.
So the committees that reviewed the books, FCPS said, included 2 teachers, 2 parents, 1 school-based administrator, 1 member of the Equity and Cultural Responsiveness team, and 2 high school students. Yes, I'm sure the high school students wanted this to leave the library. Also, why would you trust anything a high school student says? I was in high school a few years ago. We're all idiots. Committee members were selected randomly from a pool of stakeholder representatives submitted by each school. Langton said, I was so naive to think they might finally do the right thing. They're never going to do the right thing unless they're forced. The Equity and Inclusion Officer, I want their name. They are going to have to stand behind this. And this is exactly what we have to do. You have to poke and prod and push and push and push. You can't let them have any breathing room until all the miscreants who push this are forced out, whether by vote or discovery of laws broken, and hopefully the courts will try them. Either way, this only gets better by overwhelming pressure to hold these vile people accountable. It is. It's the only way. I mean, unless we just, I mean, parents in America pull their kids out of public schools and either teach them through a homeschooling method or force enough public pressure for, school vouchers. But this, I mean, my goodness. How do you defend this, Marcus?
I don't think you can really defend this. I think that I do like the idea about putting your name on it. Stand behind what you say. Stand behind what you vote. If you're scared for people to know that you believe this or you voted for this, then why are you doing it? If you've got your job that you want, and it's something such as the what was the name for it again? The equity officer.
Yeah, the equity officer.
If you're in a position like that, then you should really put your name behind what you vote for.
100%.
And I think that would change a lot of things.
If you're going to do something
responsible,
if you're going to do something this despicable, you need to own it.
I do agree.
So we know whose house to, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Don't take me down for a joke. Or do. I mean, we named ourselves the Canceled Misfits for a reason. We know it happened at some point. So Nicole Neely, president of the parents group Parents Defending Education, said in a statement that the county's actions are insulting and downright cowardly. Schools are no place for hardcore pornography. Yes! Not the only one shouting it. Yet Fairfax County Public Schools insist on pushing this graphic material upon our children. By announcing their decision over Thanksgiving break, they clearly hope that parents won't take notice. However, their actions show just how unfamiliar they are with parents. We're always looking out for our children, and we won't take this lying down. Good for her. I hope this fiery statement holds true. The kids need it too. This is the heart and soul of kids we're fighting for. And nothing less than 100%, what's the word I'm looking for here, Marcus? Adherence to this will cause them to have any sort of safety. When there's people who want this in charge of them in any form or capacity. You have any last thoughts on this, Marcus?
I like how they were so scared to announce it.
Yeah, I know.
They did it at a time of celebration.
Yes, when people
when people are busy trying to prepare food and spend time with their family, and they announced this to where the only reason why they announced it over the Thanksgiving break is because they were hoping you'd be distracted. They were hoping nobody would notice. There's no other reason to announce something. If there's something not about, school Monday, that's coming up Monday after Thanksgiving break is going to be canceled because of this or that, there's no reason to send anything out over Thanksgiving break besides Happy Thanksgiving to our parents and our students. There's no reason to make big announcements like this over Thanksgiving break.
No, they're scared. They were 100% hoping to sneak this under the radar. Thankfully, there were parents who were watching out, or this might have just gone unnoticed, and then everyone would have forgot about it.